Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Appa is doing my grocery shopping again. Many of you requested Appa to make more grocery shopping videos. I think probably due to many reasons. Perhaps I noticed many of them haven't really visited any wet market recently or for many years. I think most people, especially those in the bigger cities, they always shop at supermarket, just like my wife. Actually, even my wife doesn't come to wet market. To her, wet market is a bit messy, a bit dirty. Yeah. Actually, wet market nowadays is not as bad as many people thought. It's pretty clean. Of course, supermarket is still better, but yeah, but it's one thing for sure, there's no air condition. So what you can do is you can do what like Appa now is about 7:45 in the morning. So we have some natural cooling aircon right now. So today I'm actually also at the Oakland Road wet market because this is the nearest to my house. I try to not go very far away from my house, especially during MCO time. Yeah. So let's go and take a look. Many of you may also know this already. The Oakland Road wet market is one of the oldest wet market in Kuala Lumpur, and they already closed the entrance that is fronting the Oakland Road, but they actually open up the entrance at the back. So if you want to come in, you need to actually walk to the back, and you can go in from here. Let me very quickly show you. This is the back. Alright, so you're supposed to walk through here, and here's the entrance. And you can see some umbrella taking people's temperature, and of course you need to scan yourself. Okay, it is actually open at 6 AM until 11. Let me scan first. Okay. Morning. Okay. Okay, so get your temperature tested. Today I will try to give you all a wider angle because some requests are about to make some wider angle to see how the wet market actually looks like. So when you first entered here, you will see actually the first store on your right is actually selling some grocery stuff and some noodles. Then you will see some selling fruits over here. This particular section has a mix between some fruits and also some chicken and a little bit of fish. Right? Usually I will buy the pork towards the end of actually just go to the left and then go towards the end. That is the part where they sell the pork. And then here this is actually my favorite store to buy all the dried ingredients, the dried shrimps, ikan bilis, yeah, really good ones. So this is the zicai, the seaweed. Got some salted fish here. Different kind of salted fish. I quite like salted fish, but I don't cook salted fish a lot because my mother-in-law doesn't eat salted fish at all. So this is different kind of ikan bilis. Okay, so we have the boss here. So 老板，这个是酱鱼子啊，ikan bilis 是讲粉啊，有什么用处？有什么不同啊？
煲汤啊，豆豉是用这种咯，大条的，这种都没有那么贵咯，没有刺的嘛。煲汤用完了就丢的，有刺的这种比较好吃咯，大的比较脆的。
So basically he's saying that these are the bigger ones. You don't really eat it once it is usually used for soup. After you boil the soup, you will just throw it away. And when for those who are eating, you are actually using this, especially when you're making the sambal for nasi lemak. They will make use of these, the smaller ones, which will be very very crispy. 然后还有什么不同它的地方？这个呢？
这个是跟北大一样，这种是最高级的，种是比较贵的。
Oh, this is actually the highest grade ones of ikan bilis. So 这种通常是拿来做什么？
也是煲汤，如果你拌好了拿来炒菜。
哦，炒菜可以。So this one can for soup or also for the stir frying.
这种是跟这个一样，这个拌好了。
这个是拌好了的哈。
拌好了卖很贵的。
所以这个大概现在1 kg 多少钱？
拌好了要卖80。
1 kg 80啦，拌好了的啦。OK， 这种呢？哦，so these are the normal ones. This is actually the more expensive one. 所以它其实这种普通的跟这种比较贵的，它主要是差在什么地方呢？没有那么咸啊。你是说比较贵的是比较咸啊？
贵的没有那么咸。
哦，
便宜的比较咸，那个味道差一点，没有那么甜，那很好的。
Oh, okay. So he's saying that the one which is actually more expensive is because it will make the soup actually even more sweeter, and it won't be as salty. So the cheaper one is actually saltier, but the taste doesn't taste as good. So 这种是那个眼耳仔啊。
这种是眼耳仔是咸咸的咯。
So this is the 眼耳仔, or sometimes they call whiting, yeah, whiting, or we call it silverfish. Okay, so these are the few different types of ikan bilis that you can actually find from the wet market. So according to the boss, nowadays the ikan bilis now is coming from Sabah, Pulau Bangkok, and also Langkawi. Okay, so if you want to buy any ikan bilis or dried shrimp, come to this particular store and look for him. 你叫什么名啊，老板？阿興啊 ，come and look for 阿興 okay? This is the dried wood ear. This is the dried dong choy. This is the salted mustard green. This is the 榨菜. Okay, this is also the dong choy for soup also. I'll probably get some cuttlefish, dried cuttlefish. This is already shredded one. You can make a 九湖叉 with it. So we have some sweet potato here, jicama. Papa made a 九湖叉 video recently. I will post it very soon. Shallots in the wet market is always nicer. Okay, we have some very nice grouper here. This should be the batang fish. Oh, huge black prawn fruit. Wow! Did you see what I just saw? This is my favorite fish. It's called sun hog. If you really eat in the restaurant, it can cost you 180 ringgit per kg. Yeah. So they have some small ones and bigger ones here. It's a river fish. The meat is very fluffy, very sweet, very tender. One of my best favorite fish. But actually, if you buy from the wet market here, it's very cheap. 老板，这个怎样算啊？1 kg 30块啊，1 kg 30 ringgit. 1 kg 30 ringgit, yeah? Restaurant is 1 kg 180. So I bought before, very fresh, very nice. I'll probably buy one later for steaming. We have some white prawn fruit. Hey, this looks like Chinese prawn fruit though. 这个是斗底仓小只的。哦，是咯。哦，I haven't seen Tao Te Chinese prawn fruit which is at this size. This is actually very small. Interesting. And this is white prawn fruit. So how do you tell the difference between Chinese prawn fruit and white prawn fruit? The easiest one is just look at the tail. Look at this tail. The tail is actually very thick. Yeah, the tail is very thick. For the Chinese prawn fruit, if you look at the white prawn fruit, very sharp. Can you see the difference? Okay, that's one of the easiest way how you can tell the difference between the two. I must get a Sun Ho. By the way, some people asked me last time how to come to this particular store. Well, if you come in from the entrance just now over there, just walk straight, then you are going to see this fish store. Okay, I don't know how to describe because there's no name, there's no store number. Just walk straight. Once you come into the entrance, then you are going to see this store, and you can find the Sun Ho. So the boss just told me this is actually from Indonesia, wildly caught. I believe him because you can see from here all the different is actually different sizes. So it's all wildly catch. All different sizes. This one here is a huge one. If you get it from a restaurant, at least 200 plus. Here is not even 1/4 the price. So I just took one which is about 650 gram, 19 ringgit and 50 cents. Less than 20 ringgit for one Sun Ho. Can you imagine that? And I think I will take a bit of the Chinese prawn fruit, small one as well for deep frying. Actually cleaning and cutting my Sun Ho right now. This is the 3 Chinese, small Chinese prawn fruit I just bought. 1 kg about 30 ringgit. Lolo sotong. This is the center court. Yeah, I call it a center court. In the center court, there's this store selling a lot of tofu product. So yesterday I saw my friend eating some tofu pork curry. So I'm going to get some tofu pork. Yeah. So this is tofu puff, and I'm going to make a curry out of it, and probably get some salted mustard green as well. Look at all these different kinds of tofu. The ones that you saw that actually was kept inside with hot water, usually those cannot last as long. Those you really need to finish it off very fast. The dried one usually we call it tau gua, with much lesser water content and easier to deep fry if you like. If you want to fry your tofu, get a tau gua, it's actually easier. This way is more veggie and some pork. This is already towards the end. So this is the lime, the bigger one, which is used for the tom yum. And this is calamansi, the smaller ones. So calamansi actually sits between lime and also lemon. And this is the gai choy they actually use. 3 ringgit, 600 gram. How to calculate like that? So this is some of the leeks. You can use it to stir fry your roast pork. There's some very fresh veggie here, very fresh. Some of you, if you want to make the asam pedas, you need this ginger torch flower. This is spinach. So this is the watercress for you to make watercress soup. Do not cook this for too long. It will turn black in color. This is gu cai. It looks like a green onion, but people use it for stir frying, especially for char kway teow. Look at this ginger torch flower, it's huge. This one is fan kok, arrowroot for soup, yeah, making soup. So it's interesting they actually bag the shallot like this. Long bean. I think this should be yam. Small bitter melon, and this is the round type of terong, eggplant. Some lemon, tomato, some French bean. Now the thing about French bean is you actually need to try to peel off the spine. Yeah? If you don't peel off this spine, it can be actually very chewy. Okra, lady's finger. Now when you buy, how do you choose okra? Basically, I visited the okra farm before. According to the owner, the longer it is, of course, it means it's actually older. So what you should do is you should choose the shorter ones. That's number one. The longer it is, the easier it is becoming more chewy, and because it's too old. Okay, so choose the shorter one. So they have some different kind of flour here, some tapioca flour, cornstarch. The one is the pulut. Yeah, pulut flour. Recently I actually posted some videos. One very short video on different kind of starch. I'm not sure if I want to explain in this particular video. Probably I try to add some to this particular video later. Okay, so the lady boss was saying that this is actually for making dal, the dal curry. But this is actually the smaller one, beras jagung. It's actually for the Indonesian to cook together with the rice. I never eaten that before. Okay, this is actually the asam. This is how the asam paste actually looks like. But this one actually will come with the seeds. Appa actually prefer to use the other type, which is the puree, where there isn't any seed inside. You can just scoop out and use it straight away. Yeah. I did put all those ingredients inside my description box, so you can actually check it out how to buy it. Just like as I was buying the Sun Hong, so one old lady was actually standing right beside me, and she was actually telling me that she bought one during Chinese New Year and it is not very fresh. But to be very frank, I think that is the thing about buying things in wet market. Sometimes it may not be as fresh, but if you go to supermarket, also sometimes you will be facing the same problem. Of course, some of you will actually always ask Appa, how do you actually choose a very fresh fish? Generally, you look at few things. Number one, you look at the gill. It must be reddish in color, so you need to look at open up the gill and see. Number two, the fish should be very firm. The meat must be very firm, and the eye should be very clear. You see, but the thing is, you can only check all this when you go and touch and feel the fish. Even I don't like to touch the fish like that, because later my hand is going to be very, very fishy, right? So sometimes I will just rely on what I can see, and depending on some of the sellers that I know, in most of the time it's fresher. But as you all know, when I buy seafood, I actually prefer to buy at the small lorry in Taman Desa rather than this particular market. But this particular market, definitely the price is generally lower. Yeah, generally lower. And I think the fun part of buying things in a wet market is sometimes the seller may cheat a little bit. Okay, but then again, I think it's okay because that is the whole fun. That is part and parcel of the fun of buying things in a traditional wet market. And also, one thing I like about buying things in wet market is whatever you don't know, you just ask. Some of my followers say, Appa, I feel intimidated whenever I go to wet market because I don't recognize those ingredients, I don't recognize those items. To me, very simple. You don't know, you ask. They will tell you. Okay? And then sometime from your, as you come here more often, when you build up more experience, you will know more. Okay? Don't be intimidated here. Come to the wet market, and they really give you a very good selections of varieties and things that you can buy. There's this Indian store that sells a lot of Tom Yum related or a lot of spices kind of stuff. Yeah, you can see this is the round color eggplant, and this is the Thai eggplant because it has some chili, red chili. The general rule on chili is the bigger it is, the less spicy it's going to be. This is the Thai ginger. This is a Thai kind of ginger. I forgot the name. And I believe this should be the snake gut. Usually when you eat those nasi, banana leaf, you're going to see them. It looks like a bit like a bitter gourd, but they deep fry with some batter. Yeah. This is the fresh turmeric, and this is the galangal. Many people ask me about what is galangal. I use galangal a lot. It is one kind of. It's also called blue ginger. It gives you a bit of citrusy, if you ask me, a bit of citrusy and cooling kind of flavor. It tastes different than normal ginger, seriously. I don't like to use raw turmeric. Not that it is no good, it's actually very good. Much better than powder, but very difficult to wash. If you put it on a plate later, the plate will be very yellowish and very, very difficult to wash. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is also one kind of extremely small eggplant from Thailand. And this is a very cute kind of bean sprout. This is the kaffir lime leaf. Put this into any of your dish, immediately your whole dish will taste differently. Very nice, very aromatic. Okay, this is the lemongrass. Usually we will only use the lower bottom here, and also we will bruise it. Ginger tossed flower again. This is daun kesum, I believe. Daun kesum, the one you Vietnamese coriander we use for your asam pedas. And that is the fresh coriander. So this leaf here is called daun salam. Daun salam.
Bay leaf.
This is bay leaf. Oh, I didn't know the fresh bay leaf look like this. I see, I see. Oh, so this is bay leaf. I thought what is she talking about just now? So this is what a fresh bay leaf looks like. Where you use it to cook curry and some braised pork like that, yeah? This is mint. This is basil. Now in Malaysia, you can find many kinds of different kinds of basil. To me, usually I won't be very choosy. As long as I can find any, I'll just use it. I love the taste of a basil. A bit spicy, not exactly spicy, but it gives you a little bit of a kick and strong flavor. And sometimes it looks like it's a little bit seasonal, so I won't really bother what kind of basil I'll be using. And this is called, I don't know what is it called in English, but it's Chinese is called Fo Shou Gua. Okay, it's actually used for one kind of melon used for boiling soup. So this is the tempeh, fermented soya bean. Usually we will actually deep fry this. It has a very acquired taste. Some people doesn't like it. For me, if it's deep fried, I like it. If it's not, I don't like it. Because it's a little bit sourish. But anything fermented will give you the soury taste. So apparently there are some price control item from the government, especially during Chinese New Year. Things like live chicken, eggs, red chili, garlic. Okay, so this is how the government is protecting the general consumer. Thumbs up for our government. I'm going to tapao some yu zha kueh. Tapao some economic noodles and bihun for my family breakfast. 不要辣椒啊。Just to show you the pricing. Jambu madu. Oh, this looks really good. I think I'll buy some. Kiwi fruit. Plums. Fuji apple. 1 bg is 6 ringgit. Different kinds of orange, apple, Korean pear, South Africa gala. This is the I think quite crispy, this apple. Orange. Usually orange I will try to buy 4013, that is the sweetest. Then 3017, that is for more watery. 4013 is 4013. Yeah. Banana. Melons. Guava. Some mango. Dragon fruit. Satu biji 4 ringgit. Oh, nice. Pineapple also. So I'm getting some jambu madu. Apparently this is from Thai, and there's no season to this. So I've done with my grocery shopping today. Today is actually the 13th day of Chinese New Year. Appa wish to wish all of you a very happy and blessed Chinese New Year, everyone. And everyone please stay safe and stay home whenever necessary. Basically Appa only go out to do grocery shopping and tapao when I go out, and some very important works. If not, I will always try to stay at home. So let's do our part as a Malaysian to make Malaysia a safer place to live in. Yeah. So if you like my video, if you like this kind of video, do comment below at the comment section so that I can try to make more of this kind of grocery shopping video for you all. If you like this video, do share my video out on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Bye bye. By the way, just to add on a little bit to what the old lady was talking to me just now with regards to the fish. Now, the interesting part is, even though she told me that she bought one very not so fresh fish from that particular seller just a couple of weeks ago, but then again, she's still there buying more fish from the same seller. So that is actually the interesting part. So it's actually fun, yeah. It's actually a lot of fun coming to wet market because sometimes you really don't know what you're going to get. and come and have fun. Come and take a look. Don't be intimidated by the wet market. Okay, let me show you again the signboard. Right, zoom in. Ta-da! Pasar Batu 4.5 Jalan Klang Lama, 吉隆坡旧巴生路4里半巴沙。